I'm Kajo. I'm a musician in Los Angeles, and I like to eat a lot.
Give you your last meal. What would that be?
That's a hard one, but probably a bone marrow pesto gnocchi. You know?
What an answer. You thought about this.
Yeah, it's just. I was born in the Philippines. Then I moved to the United States to a little town called Salinas, California. And then I think I've been in Los Angeles long enough to be called an Angelino. My parents were both musically inclined. My mom's a singer, and then my dad, he plays the piano. And so I started singing, who knows when, right? But I think they saw a little bit of aptitude for music, and they started to be on lessons. Did it feel like a chore, music? Yeah. As a matter of fact, the reason why I started making music was to trick my mom into thinking I was practicing what I was learning. So I would make stuff up so that I could sit there for hours and it'd be bearable. Growing up in Salinas informs a lot of my writing because it's a pretty insular place. You know, it's an agricultural town. It's got that Americana charm. Steinbeck was from there. We have the rodeo every year and the monster truck rally. So like, it's that kind of town. It's not completely like a bumpkin town, right? But at the same, it's got all these cool little things around it. But at the same time, you know, you grow up kind of wishing to get out of there. I'd quit my job a few years back, and then I started teaching piano to supplement an income. And my dear friend, he's a rapper, his name is Logic. He came and took lessons, and then over the years, he eventually asked me to go on tour with him. I remember specifically, I think he was asking he wanted to learn some Dilla type things. And so I happened to be the only guy in the school at the time that, you know, remotely knew who Dilla was. Sometimes you just get lucky and it's the right place at the right time, you know. Because when I write like albums, I have ideas I kind of want to hit, kind of like different facets of the album. So I'm like, okay, San Francisco. I grew up near there, about two hours south of San Francisco. So I was like, how can I just talk about San Francisco in a kind of a different way? There's a movie called The Princess Diaries, and it was set in San Francisco. She, you know, if she took a flight, she must have had gone out of San Francisco International Airport.
Of course.
Yeah, and so I just took the premise of that movie and kind of just, you know, worked with it. But then I took it in a convoluted way from the angle of the guy who was like really admiring her in that movie.
Right.
And he gets left behind. So, you know, it's like the guy is basically saying, hey, if you want me to pop up at SFO, you want me to take a flight or pick you up, I'll be there. You know, and it's like, sometimes it's like, yeah, that call may never happen. Hey guys, thanks for having me on MoodBored. My name is Kajo, and I'll be performing SFO for you guys.